So we do the Strahler order. Actually some error is coming there, so it will took some time. After Strahler order, this is the file. This is how the raster image looks like. That in zooming in we can see these some streams and meeting in some main streams, and this is how it finally looks like, that Strahler order raster image. So after that we will do some styling because it is very clumsy and we don't getting anything from this. So we'll do some styling, uh, Strahler order, and you can see here 1 to 11 Strahler order things are there. That one is black and that 11 is looks like some white color is there. You can change from here also. We'll go into symbology, and we select unique values for this band 1 colors. Actually for this is that water flows stream, so we'll select blue, and now we'll classify them. So we'll see here that 1 to 11 Strahler order, that 1 is some white and 11 is the darkest. 1 is white, and like that darkness of blue color is increasing, and the 11 is the most darkest color was there. So now we just apply. Okay, so this is how it looks like after some styling we do. So now it is also not clear. There are so many streams, little streams. Look, there is so many streams. You cannot. This is so clumsy. You cannot identify a particular stream. So we'll do some refining. That is, we just only refine that some streams, like after this order we want to see these streams. After let's say I want to see only order of 8 to 11 only, or 7 to 11 only order I stream. Like I don't want to see these small streams, and also just go into the, actually this is the raster image, so we'll go to the raster image. Raster calculator is here, so you will see there are 4 files of and this will select Strahler order 1. So output layer, I select some Strahler 6. Let's say I want to see Strahler order of 6 and above, or let's say it's 5. For small streams I want to also see. You can select it, for it will took time in processing if we select lesser. It looks clumsy like this is already been. So we'll just double click on it. So there it is. So let's set greater and greater than 5. And here it is written that expression is valid. We can say ki bhai greater than equal to also. Let's say ki greater than equal to 5. Let's say 5. Expression is valid. So in this case 5 or Strahler value 5 or greater than 5 we can see here. So I am taking just 5, only greater than 5. Only 6 to 11 I want to see, that is 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. So let's put it okay, and there is some processing, and this is our final Strahler, let's say remover, and that is the final. So this is how it looks like. These are some, all that streams are not showing here, only order of 5, greater than 5 we can see here. And now we will do some styling of this also for a better view. So go into the properties, and here we select some unique values band that is that unique value, and the color I will select is blues, and classify will classification, so it is calculating the classification with 0 or 1. It comes 0 or 1. If it is available, it is 1. If it is not available, it is 0. So there are two values, it is either 0 or either 1. So if I want to see, I don't want to see this 0, so go into the transparency, and if additional data other than this I don't want, so put it 0 and apply OK. So just put it OK. So this is how it looks like now. This is nicely I am understanding कि भी कोई भी यहाँ से एक स्ट्रीम आ रही है, यहाँ पे आ रही है. This is how that styling is very important in QGIS. So now I'll move to the other thing, and I can also on this hill set, so it is nothing is seen over it. Okay, so now I'll be for the next step that we'll type a command channel. So channel, network, drainage basins, and all these things, terrain analysis of channels are coming. So we'll just double click it. So for which file we have to select, let's say fill DEM I am selecting. Threshold value of channels, let's say 5, because I have given that 5 to 11. I will want to see flow direction. I want, there are so many algorithms are there for flow direction, flow connectivity, straler order, and drainage basins, channels. Again in drainage basin, one drainage basin is for that output file is raster image, and one is for that vector image. So I need flow directions, so save the file to that flow dir, save it. Again that flow connectivity I don't want, I'm already having that flow connectivity, so just unclick it, uncheck it. Straler order I have done already, uncheck it. Drainage basins I want, so just save the file. Basin DM, let's say basin DM, I just set basin DM, and then channels, so I want channels. Okay, this drainage basin, actually this is let's uncheck it, I don't want this. So the channels, I want channels, save file to channels. So this is the save file, this is a vector file actually, this is .shp file, so we'll save it to channels, save it. Now junctions I don't want junctions. Drainage basins, I want drainage basins, so save file, save file to, this is also a save file, drainage basins. So I want the save file actually, I don't want that raster image, I just want the vector file. So earlier in that drainage basin, that is a raster image, but it is a vector, so I just save it drainage basins, and just run that algorithm. So here the process is completed, and it took around 15-20 minutes because I have selected threshold value 5, so it took little bit more time. So now you see there is nothing is visible, so we'll just see one by one. Let's say let's flow direction. So this is how the channels are looks like. These are all the channels. These all channels, and like these are all drainage basins. There are so many drainage basins. So these are drainage basins, and so this is the flow direction. So it looks black, some zero, and so let's say we do some styling for the channels. So go into the properties and like symbology, and we'll do some styling for channels. It's a graduated, and 1 2 3 in order, 1 2 3 order, and symbol. Let's change the color. Let's say blue. Let's take blue color. Okay, and precision I just let's say take one, because it will take more time if I just taking high precision, and color RAM with that blues, and now classify. So you see there are 1 to 2.2, and these all 5 to 7. You can add some more from here also and remove from here. So now I classified the value. Let's first classify the upper value is 1, okay, then 1 to 2, okay, 2 to 3, okay, 3 to 4, okay, 4 to 5, okay, and 5 to 6, 5 to 6, and okay. So this is done. Let's apply it. Okay. So this is how our channels are looks like. So you can see, now you can see these are the channels. So for drainage basins also I do some styling. For that I go to properties, and that categorized, and 1 2 3 value, and color is the random, and classify. So these are so many basins. Here it is. These color are assigned to them, and let's apply, and you can see here these are all drainage basins. All are drainage basins. So the channels and drainage basins are put it off, and that flow directions I put it off, and that hillside, somehow I don't know why it is not seen over hillside, why it is covering. Some transparency issue is there, I think. Transparency, I put 0. There is some issue, I think. Otherwise these streams can be shown over it. Transparency band is like, what is the issue? There is some issue with this styling, I think. Other than this 0, it's okay. There is some issue of styling. I will get back to it. Okay, just okay. So these are our channels, and we'll do some further process. Now let's say I want to construct a bridge here at this point. You can just import your alignment KML file into this and just see where your streams are crossing your alignment, and just uh, calculate that catchment area for that. So I just taking one plugin you have to download, coordinate capture. So I just put it coordinate capture and start capturing. Let's say ki I need to put a bridge here, so press. So this is the coordinates, and now we just go to the processing toolbox and processing toolbox. Just put one command upslope. I think upslope area. Yes, upslope area. So upslope area, we need to these parameters target area. So target area is the field DEM. For all the purposes we use this field DEM file, and that target X coordinate. So we'll just copy X coordinate from here. Let's copy paste. So this is X coordinate, and this is our Y coordinate. So copy and just paste it here. So this is the X and Y coordinate and the target area. And other things we need to select is elevation method. So method is like deterministic 8. We need to select deterministic 8 method. I have selected. Now that convergence upslope output file. Let's say save this file to named catchment bridge catchment, like we can save it bridge catchment, save it and run that. So wrong missing parameter elevation. Okay, there is something. Okay, that elevation is field DEM. Okay, run. I forget to tell you one more thing, that in channels, just in styling, you just click on that method, and that method is selected by size, not by color. So when you selected by size, that size is from 0.1 to 1, and just select that size. So it will give that real feel. Otherwise it will you seen earlier that how it's look like. So just do this thing for some better visual perceptions. So this is how our catchment is now located, and this is our catchment area. Now we will do one thing, that just change this raster file to polygonize raster to vector. So we'll change this raster file to vector file. We select that file, that upslope file, band 1, that is DN, vectorized file, that I put the name of vectorized file, let's say, and that I will save it to SHP file, save files. So just I'm putting the name catchment catchment vector, and just save it. So I'm just saving it and run. close it. So this is how our catchment here it is located, and all other things are hidden, so we need to do some styling. So we'll do some single, and that fill color is simple fill, or let's say ki simple outline marked only, and that color is I am selecting, let's say ki some red color I am selecting. Okay, and that is stroke width and all these things given, joint style, you can do all the things and apply. Okay, so this is that vectorized form. This is now we can see here. So this is the catchment area. Now I want to clip that catchment area and also clip that streams within that catchment area. So I just go to the vector raster and conversion, clip raster by mask layer. So clip raster by mask layer, so we'll say that input layer, we'll put input layer is flow direction, fill DM, vectorized mask layer is that vectorized, this is vectorized mask layer, and source, this is optional, and no data assign value, not set, so we set it something, and match the extent, it's okay, resolution okay, and I will save that file to that clipped clip channel, let's say clip channel, active file, save. So let's run that program. Close. So clip mask is right. And there is something wrong. The channels are not clipped here, so we just delete it and remove the layer. So we need to do one thing first, that this vectorized, so that open attribute table, and that's 0 and 100 two values are there. So 0 means all other thing outside this catchment poly, I don't want this, so let's select it and just go to edit, and we'll delete this. Okay, and only 100 is there, so now save, and so that only within this catch poly thing is only saved. So we go to raster and extraction, clip raster by mask layer. So we just put input file is our fill DM, and mask layer is our vectorized, that is only within that catchment, that DM files, all the things within the catchment I want. And then again I just assign the value, no data value, let's put it -999, and create and match the extent of clipped raster to the extent of the mask layer. So this will do that within the our catchment polyline, so that data will extracted, and let's make all the things same. Name is that save file, so I will save it like clipped catchment and save it, and let's run. So now this is clipped here, and we can change the style also, single band gray or some style we can change it. I'm not doing right now. So now I need to cut my channels also. Let's say I want these channels also, so I just do one thing. I go to vector, actually these are vectors, so geo processing tools, and there it is, clip. So clip, and input layer is my channels, and overlay layers is, let's say ki that vectorized, this vectorized thing, and clip save output, save file to file, clipped say channels, save, and just run that process. So it is finished, close it. So you can say this is the channels are clipped. So I will just do simple thing, one thing, just I will do one thing, just copy that styles from here, the styles, and copy styles, all category styles, and the clipped channels, I put it here. Let's say just styles, so paste styles, all styles. This is actually this channel styles I have to copy it. This copy style, all category styles, and putting on these styles. Let's simply paste all these styles, so these you can look like this, all the styles are copied here, and this is look like same. That this is the clipped one, and this is the vectored channel here. So now what I can do is, like, from here I export this clip feature from here, and save feature as let's say कि in KML file में save कर लेते हैं इसको, and file name that clip channels here, and that John is there, layer name, no symbology, automatic, everything is okay, and save कहाँ पे करना है. So we'll saving it to let's say we are saving it to GIS tutorial 1, and just I'm saving here clip channel KML. So just save it, so press OK, and this is saved. And also I want to save that vectorized thing also, so that polygon also. So let's say save it, and go to where we go to export, and save feature as KML. File name is let's say catchment, and symbology no, coordinates okay. Where to save file name is saving it. I'm saving it to desktop GIS tutorial 1. Let's say catchment poly, yes, okay, save, okay. So I have saved this. You can just I want to just will do some styling of this also. Copy styles, all styles, and paste some styles and paste all style categories paste. So it will the same you can do for this polygon also, like this. So this is here we have done this work, and you can also take the channels to your Google Earth. Like you can also export these, so all channels will show there in Google Earth. So I am just minimizing it and will show you that how these looks like in Google Earth. So just say this GIS tutorial, one folder, and here there's these camels. These camels gone? Yes, that this one camel is there, clipped channel, and the other one is there. Other one also is there. There are too many things, so I just put it off and put it off, clipped channel, put it off. So this is our catchment. You can see we easily mark here the catchment area. This is how looks like it is. And we can also open this channel. The channels also we can open. The channel file, where is the channel file actually? Clipped channel. What is the name of that file? Catchment clipped channel dot camel, clipped channel camel. Okay, I think yes. So these are the clipped channel file. I think there is all the channels are imported. So now we can mark, we can see this is the longest stream. I can see here like this is going like this. So this is going like this, going on, so on. So we can mark this longest stream using the tool here, some untitled path. Let's say this longest stream path, let's put it okay, and you just mark it. Let's say it's your opening of your bridge is here, somewhere here, so you just mark it around this like this. I am just doing roughly. You can accurately do this. So like this is going like this somewhere. This is like this. And if we just do some Strahler order greater than 8, then these so much lines are not there. This may be simply very visibility is very clear in that case. So I will show you that Strahler greater than 8 file also, that how it looks like. Here the small streams are also located here, so it may be little much messy. So this is the measurement, like you can, here we can measure that in kilometer, like 63 kilometer. This line is of 63 kilometer. The area of this catchment, longest stream of 63 kilometer is there. And so we can also calculate that area of this catchment also from here itself. We just that catchment, clipped catchment is there. Catchment. Here is some function is there, field calculator. So we need to know there is geometry, and in geometry there is area. Let's say output file name is like area. I'll put area. So you can calculate area here. Just double click it, it comes here, and you can see here also that 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it's 888 kilometer square. It's 888 kilometer square. It can be seen here also. So this is the area of polygon I can calculate. Now I can easily calculate centroid of this polygon and length from the centroid to the opening of mouth of the bridge, and also that longest stream length which are required for a synthetic unit hydrograph. So this is how all these streams also can be transferred to your Google Earth. So I will show you. I've done that also. Let's say this is my route. This is my route, and one route is there. So these are channels. So these are channels are for I done that for straler greater than 8. Look, that streams are from 8 to 11 streams are also are only is in this model. So you can see here, this is my line is going through, passing through here, and it is cutting this channel. You can also, this KML file you can load into that QGIS, and you can calculate that area for this catchment for this this bridge, catchment for this bridge here, if the bridge, then catchment for this bridge, this, and this is so easy. Now you get a clear feel. You get a feel that how your line is going through, and how the bridges, how the streams are crossing, which type of streams also you can say. So this is very good thing. Now if you want to calculate that centroid of this polygon, so you need to do one. So for that polygon centroid, we just go to Earth Point. One website was there, Earth Point. So Earth Point, and we just, you can see a left side a polygon area. So you just go into the polygon area, and there is a paste options are there. So you can put the units also, like I just length in kilometers, or area is in square kilometers, and just I just copy that catchment KML. Here it is, that copy this catchment KML, copy, and just simply paste it here. So this is how. So now we'll calculate. It will took some time. So now we will locate the centroid of this polygon. So we need not to go on that website, and we'll just simply add a plugin here. I have add manage and plugins. Just search here real centroid, and just add this plugin, install this plugin. And let's say this is that vectorized thing, and here is the symbol of this real centroid, and just click here. That now of what polygon you want to the centroid. So I just say that this vectorized thing, I need the centroid of this. Just output file you need to named it, let's say centroid.shp, and just save it. So add to map canvas, so it will show it here. Okay, so you can see this is the sort of thing like centroid of this polygon. So now I can just export it, save feature as file name centroid centroid, and just the location of this file I want to save it here on desktop. Yes, tutorial 1, and the centroid is okay, and all the things will remain same. Click OK. So this is saved. Now we'll see that how it is looks like in Google Earth. So this file is saved here, centroid KML. This is centroid KML. So we'll see that it is pinned here. This is the centroid of this polygon. So we can now easily, if you see, we can just take the length till centroid, that called LC, for our synthetic unit hydrograph method, and we need to use that LC. And also these elevation also, if I just draw a line, let's say this path, I'm just drawing it arbitrarily, and you can just draw it accurately. So just I said this is the mouth of our bridge, or somewhere here our bridge to be constructed. So this is the longest stream, like this, it goes like this, like this, like this. I'm just doing it very roughly. So this is going like this. So up to centroid this length is like we can here measure the 23.8 kilometer, and we go more for the longest stream or path. So we'll just moving on. So I'm just doing very roughly for practical calculations or synthetic unit hydrograph. You need to do it very accurately, or just you need to take some more points for better accuracy. So we'll just say this is the longest stream of 78.5 kilometers. Let's say okay, and now I need to some other things. That's so elevation profile. So this is the elevation profile. This is the, if I just mark it very accurately, so these humps are not, will not be there. This is a clean shaped one increasing order level profile, they will be there. So this is starting from the level of 590, 89, 91 meter is there somewhere. Then we just take 20 meter interval, I think that is sufficient. Let's say that I have taken 590, that first point is 0 is 589, then I will take 610. So 610 level is coming somewhere at point here it is 12.2 kilometers. So 610 is 12.2, then we will take 630. So 630 level is somewhere here. So this type of we calculate as that slope of the channel. So we'll take that 20 meter interval for elevation interval, 20 meter. These coordinates we can draw, make a table and just calculate the S. So this is how, this is a big area. This is my existing, I have just alignment is there. So I just do this thing. You can also do up to your requirements. So this is sort of good things. I think we can calculate very easily. So this is all. Thank you.